Show us a blessing, Laborites. Show us a... Laborites, a couple quick things. I don't know if you have seen it, but your party is changing. We have been doing quite a bit behind the scenes in terms of recruiting people into the party and in terms of refining and revitalizing the party's positions on many critical issues. I am sure all of you paid attention to what is happening in the media. And you see all the new faces that are putting themselves forward to join up with the Jamaica Labour Party. This is most unusual for a party in opposition. That people would feel the urge, the impetus, the drive to come and join the opposition party. It sends a clear signal that all is not well in the country. And those who are in the know, those who feel the failure of the present government, and those who are concerned about the future of the country, who say, you know what? If I sit down in my yard and don't say nothing about what is happening, and don't say nothing about what is likely to come, then I am as guilty and complicit in the failure of this country as the PNP or the government now are. If I sit down in my yard and join those people who practice veranda politics and criticize and criticize and criticize and criticize and don't step up to the plate and do something about it, then I would be as guilty. And so, no matter what you hear them talking, the Labour Party is attracting people who see in the message that I have been clearly delivered that we have to take a new path in transforming Jamaica, and that new pathway involves the Jamaica Labour Party first transforming itself, not just a party for Laborites, but a party for all Jamaica. The Jamaica Labour Party is Jamaica's political party. And because of that, we don't look at any political area and say, well, a PNP area. I want to be Prime Minister for all Jamaica. Prime Minister in South-West St. Andrew. Prime Minister for the people in South St. Andrew. Prime Minister for the people in Portmore. Prime Minister for the people in Westmoreland. We want them to know that we're not going to leave any area unrepresented by the Jamaica Labour Party. We are going to present representation in all areas of Jamaica because the message that the Jamaica Labour Party has to deliver is a message for all Jamaicans. So when we gather here as an area council, it is not only Laborites who bring in here. We want to transform the area council so that anybody who wants to pay attention to what is happening in the country and hear about what the political party is doing can feel comfortable to walk through the door, sitting and hear what the Jamaica Labour Party is doing. Because the country is changing in the labour rights. By 2015, 50% of the population of Jamaica will be between 18 and 35 years old. Half of them won't know nothing about Michael Manley. They won't know nothing about the 70s or the 80s for that matter.
They don't know nothing about power.
All they will know about is what is happening now. They might have a little understanding of what happened in the 90s. So we have to craft a politics that will be relevant to them. The Labour Party must reach out to the youth of this country and create a message that is relevant to them. And we have been doing that. We have been doing that. I want to say to you that the current understanding of politics and what has been preached to the mass of Jamaican people is that there is one political party that will take care of the poor. And you know what is the sad thing? There are people who believe that. And all that that political party has preached is about poor people and power. But you know what? Especially with the younger generation, they're not in this poverty business. We're tired of poverty in Jamaica. You come, you see your granny poor, you see your father poor, and then you are hearing from a political party that says, don't worry man, we will take care of you when you are poor. We don't want that anymore. We are tired of poverty. It is now time for a new philosophy, a new outlook, a new way of thinking must enter the political arena. It must now be a doctrine of prosperity, a philosophy of prosperity. How can we lift you up out of poverty? How can we make you prosperous and successful? Jamaica is too much of a blessed country to be poor. The time has come for us to reject this fool politics about poverty. Whatever the issues were in our history that has made our circumstances such that we have a great number of persons in our society who are poor, whatever those were, whether it is slavery, lack of access to education, whether it is lack of access to housing, we cannot use those things as an excuse anymore. What the government must be saying to you, and that is what the Jamaica Labour Party has been saying. The new dispensation of development in this country means that we have to look at all the people and say to them, poverty means 4 things in this country. It means that you don't have a job, so you don't have an income, and because you don't have job and you don't have income, you can't buy the things that you would want. Poverty means that you don't have the best access to education, and because of that sometimes you don't get access to job, which means you don't get access to income. That means you can't buy the things that you want. Poverty also means that you don't have access to things like health care. And so more time you're sick, you can't get work, you can't work long enough. But you know what else poverty also means? Poverty also means, and especially in the Jamaican context, it means inequality and alienation. Because in the midst of poverty, you see people doing extremely well. Barack Obama, you know, talking about inequality in America. He said, boy, we have to worry about inequality, income inequality, because some people earning a whole heap and the mass not earning anything. And if it is allowed to continue, America will be like Jamaica. Now, by virtue of our our history, Jamaica has, in this region, the Latin American Caribbean region, probably only Haiti could compare, the highest level of inequality of income. You have a few rich and a whole heap of poor. And it's not a small gap, it's a wide gap. So I want the poor people of the country to understand that the PNP has been tricking you for a long time talking about poverty, because they don't understand poverty, and the truth is they don't want you to come out of poverty. They like it the way it is because they feel they will always get poor people voting for them, so keep them poor. And as I stand here today, I tell you that I born poor. I was born in Spanish Town, grew up at 56 Cumberland Road, in a board house, 1 bedroom, grew up with my great grandmother. Single parent house, use chimney, walk to school, sit down in a classroom with 60 picnic and listen. But I don't believe that I must use poverty as an excuse. I don't believe that I must be the politician who come and talk about poor, poor, poor. Because I live it. But my family and my parents were proud people. And they make sure driving on my head that not because you're poor, you must get a pass. It is by the sweat of your brow that so this business of the poverty politics that the PNP preach, which creates a vicious cycle that keeps you in poverty. PNP come to you and they say, don't worry man, we're going to run the thing in such a way that we will give you a little crumbs. And you take the crumbs and you say, yes! Curry water next year! Curry water next year! And the rest of Jamaica look on at you. I said, what are you doing? But then curry water next year! And then you little crumbs, Jeep. 3 weeks what I work in that much. And you say, yes man, everything good. And your picnic come inherit the same situation. And then pick me after that. And then pick me after that. Thank God, there is a new generation emerging. Thinking differently. It has emerged because of a frustration with politics. That governments have not really tried to break the cycle of poverty, but to keep people in poverty, give them a little crumbs, and in exchange you give them food. But the frustration is growing with the youths now, who are now 50% of the population of this country. But the frustration is one where they say, you know what, I am not going to participate. I'm going to keep my vote. And the PNP said, thank God for that. Because if you were to come into the electorate and vote, the PNP would be in trouble. Big trouble. So the PNP not preaching no participation doctrine. The PNP don't want you to participate. Low voter turnout is good for the PNP. They're no business with doing anything profound to really change poverty in this country. Because they have 12 seats. When the people living at the 12 seats will always jump up and say PNP no matter what. Any election call them have 80,000 votes put out of people who no matter what. But they should make a Labour Party to win. We must create a political party that has a philosophy, a message, a vision that appeals to the young people of this country. That appeals to the heartstring of the people. Because in the heartstring of all Jamaicans is this one little thing called ambition. Ambition. Jamaicans succeed anywhere they go. Why we can't succeed in our own Jamaica? It's not the people that is the problem. It is the politics of poverty practiced by the PNP who have run this country for more years. That is the problem. That is the problem. We have to change it. So I said to all the people who are looking for hope that the Jamaica Labour Party is your hope. I come from that generation of frustrated Jamaicans. Many of whom are overseas who come back to Jamaica and say, why we can't get it right? I come from that generation. But I decided not to walk away from it, but to take up the challenge. And today I challenge all those Jamaicans. You see, many of them have come on board. There are more out there. Come on board with us. Join us. We know the issues. We are working on them. Join us. Help us to create a new mission, a new vision that we can build this country together. We are a party that has a tradition of spreading our representation right across the cross-section of Jamaica. We represent the business class, we represent the middle class, we represent the working class. Sometimes the value systems may be in conflict, but we are the party who knows best how to mobilize all of Jamaica. The PNP is only for the PNP. The Jamaica Labour Party is all of Jamaica. So we are going to put in place policies that will address poverty. And I said to you that my life's work in politics must be the end of poverty. The end of absolute poverty. And there are those who will say, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You can't end poverty. They're always with the poor. The poor is always with us. Well, the poor don't have to live in a gully. The poor don't have a parachute. The poor don't have to buy a squeeze of toothpaste. We can lift the standards so that even if you're poor, your children can go to school and get the best education. That is the commitment of the Labour Party, why we remove the tuition fee. So that even if you're poor, you don't have to stay in the yard with your hernia or with your hypertension and just slowly fade away. You should be able to go to the hospital and access health care when you need it. That is why we do. Because we are tackling the various areas of poverty. And we know that we can end poverty in this country in a practical way. If we get businesses to grow, if we get them to invest, if we get them to take risks and innovate and employ, that will help. And if we make you healthier and more educated, you will help business. You see how the two things work together? So we're not only friendly to business, but we protect the interests of the development of the people of this country, because when you develop the people are our greatest resource And they will create, when you pair that now with business, the atmosphere for growth and development. When you talk to people who born before the 60s or grew up in the 60s, they will tell you that the 60s was a boom period, a time when the country was growing. When I speak to audiences now, with young people, people who born in the 70s, they can say to you that they have known a period of boom in Jamaica. They have never experienced it. They don't know what it means for a country to be growing at 7% each year. All we know is a country of problems. All we know is that no matter what you do, crime is going up. No matter what you do, the dollar is sliding. The only time that we have ever been able to make any dent in those major problems is when the Jamaica Labour Party and I don't want to get into office because I want power. I want to get into office because my team wants to make a difference in your life. I think that if we work together, if we even reach out to the PMB, that we can build in Jamaica a new movement that will make the gunman even have to consider twice if he should have pulled him trigger. I think that if we work together and give the people an assurance that when the country grows, we're going to take care of you, and even before the country grows, we are going to look out for the best interest that will make sure the development, that the Jamaican people will respond in a positive way. And I believe firmly in a positive kind of politics, a transformational kind of politics. I have paid the price for that belief, because it's not everybody believe in responsible leadership. But it's one thing Jamaica can say, is that as the leader of the opposition, I haven't done anything that will place Jamaica at a disadvantage. Has been a very responsible opposition. Very responsible. That means, of course, that we will be a responsible government. But there are some issues that we have been warning about, that we said to them, listen to us, them not hearing. We said to them, this policy of devaluation of the dollar, it sounds good on paper. Those who claim to be experts in the field say it is good for Jamaica. But it can't be good for you when you go to the supermarket this week and you pay $100 for the item, and next week you go, it's $200. It can't be good for you. It can't be good that you come and say you pass IMF test, but every day the people are failing the survival test. It can't be good. We are warning the government. The austerity program is having a devastating effect on the people, especially the poor people of the country. And as my mother always said to me, if you can't hear, you will be ignorant. God bless you.